So what if none of it fits?
I would like to meet somebody that feels like none of it fits. Because
you felt like several shit fit. And you didn't believe in it before you
It's
came.
impossible to meet somebody that none of it fits. Come on now.
Because it's almost
Is that
like
because of the blueprint?
it's almost like saying a human on this earth can't relate to nothing. It's just like asking a human, you don't relate to nothing on earth. Nothing, one thing. Like you don't like one Kanye song, not one. Something resonates a little bit. You could take that one thing and just be cool with it. It resonates with you. So in a sense, like you could literally say I don't fuck with none of that shit, but one thing.
So what is the origin of astrology? Like who kind of structured all of this?
So it's like, well, granted, like, unfortunately, colonizers, white people, whatever. Mm-hmm. But they say that astrology really came, from Africans looking at the sky, in Africa, because if you think about it, like imagine like all this, not having all this pollution, not having all this, we probably could see. I mean, we could see stars and stuff. Just imagine what you could see back then when everything was just pure.
That's a bar. That is a bar.
Nah, because have y'all
That's
ever...
probably be like your fifth time saying
Have y'all ever...
That's really
point that out.
It is.
No, but listen, bro.
That's probably like your fifth time saying
that. You acknowledge that because off camera you tried to make it seem like I'm just so close-minded to all of this.
Nobody trying to make you seem like that. I didn't say
you. I said her.
You trying to make yourself seem... No, sir, you're trying to make yourself seem...
Both of you and me to shut up.
Not off camera.
But wait, what was you about to say?
Have you ever driven anywhere where it's nowhere in between you getting to where you going? Like
in the middle of nowhere?
Through nowhere to get to where you going?
Like driving to LA.
If you ever stop
and you be on 5.
You can see.
Not even LA, shit, Reno.
Yeah.
Like get out past the shit. You see like, we can't count stars. But you see a million more stars. Like
beautiful.
it'll really make you stop and look. Like,
even if I used to live in Nebraska for a year and a half, and even out there, bro, it's completely different. Mm-hmm. What that shit used to be beautiful at night, every night.
Yeah, like I went to St. Thomas last year, and I was on the beach at night, and I was like, because you know how sometimes like movies they show outer space and it's like water and shit, like I was like, damn, I feel like I'm in outer space. It was weird as fuck because the stars was just crazy.
But you're deeper than most humans. So.
Yeah, I was tripping. I was
any vacation I go on, I always make it a point to be like, what it look like out here? And I feel like Belize was one of the most beautiful, but also we weren't in San Pedro, so that's like where tourists go heavy. Yeah. We was in Hopkins, and it was just like.
But they got a black neighborhood in Belize?
Yeah. Hella, for sure. Yeah, we was in Hopkins, and it was like just crazy to see.
So just imagine if you were living during this time, and you could see Mars moving. Like, okay, we gotta go attack these niggas real quick. Cause this shit is moving.
Now we gotta go attack these niggas.
I'm just saying, like.
So like, that's my next thing. Mm-hmm. Back when niggas was just attacking people just on the look of the smell of outside, they didn't have telescopes. They did.
They had. Let me tell you, like honestly, then you could get into conspiracy theories and all that. But like, they had a lot of technology now. Back then, they had a lot of
figure out what was what.
They had a lot of stuff to where we're still using these things to today.
They're just more advanced.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and in a sense, I feel like they were kind of more advanced because we're using these same things today. You get what I'm saying? So that's. But now they have like paper and all that, and it's like. When the Greeks and the Romans came, when they invaded Egypt and all that stuff, we don't know what exactly happened. You got what I'm saying? Look at your face.
Period. Cause you don't know nothing about no motherfucking Greeks or Romans.
You fucking right.
So shut up.
That shit don't mean nothing to me.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like we just going off on the tangent.
But I mean, like, that's where you're talking about the origin of things, right?
Right. Who sat down? What's his name? Quiet. What's the dude on the boat? Christopher Columbus and his folks, them niggas who sat down like, look, because them niggas was lost.
Them niggas was lost.
Them niggas were lost. So me looking at the science of them not even being able to navigate around.
How the fuck they make all this shit?
But it's like you have to use your resources. Like if you think about it, we have these maps and shit. If we didn't have this, we would have to be like, okay, this is this. Let's see.
Bro,
It's going left.
But did astrology not exist before them? I feel like
it did.
I feel
It's
like
one of the first
it goes back to the Mayans or whatever. Like all that's before them.
By studying, okay, so astrology really, if you want to get with it, astrology really started from agriculture. So winter, like harvest.
There's a Bible story they talked about the stars.
It's moon phases really. So when anybody try to get into astrology or anything like that, I'm like, you need to study the moon first. So once you start studying the moon, you'll be able to pick up these planets because the moon's shifting way more every 2 days.
So our moon determines all the how many planets we got. I've been out of high school forever. The handful of planets we got.
No, because other planets have moons.
Have their own moons, right?
Yeah, but our moon determines us. Because we not on. If we was on Mars, then we'll be like, okay, well, we gotta look at this moon. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I tell people. So that's how it really started. Like, my New Year's starts when Aries season starts. Because in the New Year, how you have a New Year?
When does Aries season start?
It starts
in
March. It's like March 20th. So this year starts March 20th.
So you don't even give a fuck about January,
because
whatever.
what new is coming in winter? Winter is when things die off. When things are dead in the winter, things grow in the spring. So I'm just like, okay, this is the calendar. I celebrate the calendar New Year, but when it comes to the New Year's and my goals, I do that shit.
You start that Aries season.
That's interesting.
So that's your fiscal year.
Yeah, that's my year. Yeah, that's when I start shit. So while everybody's making their vision boards and doing all that shit, I don't do that shit.
You don't do that shit till March.
So, but that's when people start, that's when your seeds start to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's when life starts to happen. That's when the flowers bloom, shit like that. So that's like when you start getting into plants and shit, you'll have to pay attention to the moon phases. Because then you're like, okay, that's how you know like when it's harvest moon. You ever heard of harvest moon, full moon, things like that. So that's how it started. And then, so they're paying attention to the moon. You're going to pay attention to the rest of the shit that's in the sky too. So now you're looking at the sun. Even like, I try to get up when the sun come up. I try to go to sleep when the sun. If I can live the perfect life, I'll go to sleep when the sun go down, and I'll wake up when that shit come up. So then I'll be hell online doing like the planets and things like that. What you shaking your head for?
Go.
So you get what I'm saying? So pretty much like that's kind of like where it came from. Honestly, from that. That's where it came from the ground up.
So you believe that?
I personally believe that. Now everybody else, they don't.
Of course not. But I'm saying you. So you believe if you go to sleep when the sun?
No, I don't believe. I said I would like to do that. Okay. I don't know how that would affect me because I've never done it.
That's all.
But even like my house, I keep all the windows open. It don't matter if it's night. Everything is open. My brother hates it, but it's open because I want to get up when the sun comes up, and I want to get tired.
See, one thing I enjoyed about, or I do enjoy about Airbnbs,
6:45.
Yeah,
when I'm out of town, is the motherfucking blackout curtains because I don't want the sun coming and waking me up.
And you're on the same sign, so explain that. Oh, the other shit.
We have other shit, but also
the other.
Like she said,
yeah, the placements.
But also just in general, let's just say in general, not even on some science shit. I'm more like I'm more into this shit. So that's just me. I'm more into it. So I want to appreciate the sun coming through.
I see what you're saying. It's like an earthy person.
Yeah, I'm
where they go barefoot on the grass. It's like
but
some people will look at it like, damn, that's strange. But then other people are like, that's me being aligned with
She was just telling me I need to get back into
so like being an earth
elements like. I avoid them.
So your element
because I don't like physical activity.
So in your mind, you feel like her being more close to her would make her better, whatever in her world.
It would. So
you think it would benefit her?
When you in your element. So let's say when you in your element, or like almost like a basketball player, when they on the floor, they in their element.
Right.
So when she's in her element, she in touch with her star player. So, like, for instance, you an air sign. You just kept saying, you gotta have fresh air. You just said that. You need to be by water. What you do? Soak in the tub? The fuck?
See, that's what I'm saying. She knows me, so it's not fair, bro.
No, it's not.
No,
but
she's gonna like
but
make
that's for real.
So that is for real.
We never met. This is my first time meeting him. He just said that, right? He just saying.
What if I never
But
said
this
that?
is why you're a manipulator, because
But
you heard him say that, and then you can apply
But
that
if
to
you
his
never
sign.
said that, I would say try being out more in the air, getting fresh air. When you're upset, when you're indecisive, get some fresh air.
So okay, let me ask you a question. Is this more so like a way of the person or like a way of life to follow? More
It's
so
Both. Because I feel like even after she told me that, she's like, you need to get back into your natural element.
yeah.
Right? So that weekend, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do something. I went to fucking Pebble Beach, right? I swear to God, ever since then, I've been so like just focused and productive.
Right.
There's days that I'm not, right? But not as many days as before. Because before, it'd be out of the 7 days of the week, there's 7 days I'm not fucking productive unless I got paid to do something.
Right.
So, like, for instance, like me.
Before you move, can I not move on from that really quick?
Go ahead.
So, as a basketball coach, right? If I tell Chip, hey, if you go shoot, if you make 20 free throws before we leave practice every day, you'll become a better free throw shooter. Subconsciously, he's going to get more confidence. And me knowing that basketball is more of a mental than a physical, that's me again manipulating back to my earlier.
No, but that's not
So
even
y'all
a
not even
shooter
let me
because
finish. Y'all not even let me finish, though.
No,
See,
I was gonna say you don't have the context and what the conversation was. I forget what I said, but she was
That
just
doesn't
like,
matter, bro.
you need
What
to
I
get back
said-
in your element.
Bro, y'all not even gonna let me
No, I
finish
get
though.
what you're
How are
saying.
you gonna tell me you get what I'm saying? Then
Because
y'all,
it's like I planted the seed in your head, low key.
so now I'm gonna go out and
But that's his seed. He
Nah.
planted.
No. But I get what you're
Because
saying.
even then, I still, it was not my
Because
idea.
if it wasn't
to go
aligned
to
with
the
her,
beach.
it wouldn't resonate. Do you get what I'm saying? But my brother says that all the time.
So,
He planted
so
seeds in
look,
people's head.
so look, being a great basketball player is what I'm trying to align to be. If he tells me, hey, for you to align to be the best basketball player ever, make 25 free throws before you leave every day.
And then in the
And that's
game,
gonna make
he's
you-
gonna become a better free throw shooter just because he's putting in them reps. It's not because of the sun and the like. Come on, bro.
But
So
But like
because you told her, listen, you have a goal you're trying to reach. You have something. Maybe you should look into, again, I don't know the context of the conversation, but maybe you should look into getting more aligned with your natural side. So now, okay, let me go listen to Retrograde Mommy and go get more aligned with my fucking nature. And now I'm just subconsciously just making that decision of when I would have just chilled in the bed, now I'm going to get up
But
for an extra hour
even if
at
you
work.
got up, but if it wouldn't resonate with you, it would. So, like for instance, I'm an earth sign, right? But I have hella air. So just being on the earth don't resonate with me. So
Yeah.
somebody can say you like. Danae always tell me like you need to you such an earth sign. I'm like okay, but I feel
This
like
is the May that the one that was talking. So you guys know each other.
yes.
Okay.
you and Danae know each other?
Yes.
I never fucking knew that.
Yeah. So it's like so I never met her, but like we like
Yeah.
dude anyway but I have hella air because I have Virgo and I have Virgo's in land sign, but I got hella Gemini, right? So I got hella air. I need to be in the air, so I'm like you. I gotta open my windows. Like when I have an attitude
I
or
think
something.
Chip has a question.
Yes.
She's naming every sign. Huh?
It's land, bro. That's the first time I
Okay,
just
look.
heard
Okay, so
land.
let me tell you. So air signs. We're gonna start with you. Air is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Those are mental signs. So
There's four
No.
elements, right?
there's 4 elements, 3 signs.
To an element.
Three signs in each element, which
Right.
equals the 12 signs.
The 12, right.
So then that's where the math
comes
comes in, right?
Yeah.
So that's air signs. So you guys are
You said Libra.
Aquarius, Gemini, are mental signs.
Can we do months?
So,
Just so I can make sense, because I don't.
But
know.
it's 2 signs in a month,
I know,
right?
I know,
goes
but
into a
if you
month.
give me like the beginning months, I can kind of.
so like
Do I look super old like this?
yeah. So
Yeah, put your
sorry.
fucking foot down,
I'm sorry.
please.
I'm like,
Please, Grandpa. Put your fucking foot down. That's what I told you the first time.
So,
okay,
like,
come on, bro, come on. Y'all focus
Libra
on the
is
wrong
like
shit.
late September, October, right? That's Libra.
Right.
Aquarius is late January, February. Gemini is
Wait, why'd you skip so many months?
because I'm doing air signs.
Oh, so they're not back to back.
No, air
Oh
signs are not.
wow. Okay.
None of
So
them
it go,
are,
look, let me
right?
tell
Bro, I
you. So
didn't know
Aries is fire. It go fire, earth, air, water.
Okay, so don't do months. Just do the signs. So
Fire is Aries.
Uh-huh.
Taurus is the next sign, which is earth. Gemini is air.
no, I'm sorry. Do it grouped in fire,
Yeah, group.
air.
So what's all
water.
fire?
It's earth.
Aries, Leo, Sagittarius.
I need a whiteboard.
Yeah, so Leo
You
is
take
August. Aquarius.
July, August.
Right. Aquarius is.
Aquarius is late January, February.
Okay, and then what's the other one? Aries, right? What we doing? Fire?
You just mixed the signs.
I'm confused.
I'm sorry, bro.
know, so look,
Let her do it.
I told you I need a whiteboard.
So we're
But
gonna
say
start with
I'm a
air
lawyer.
signs because you're an air sign.
Okay, right.
Libra is late September, October.
Right.
And then we have the next air sign, which is Aquarius, which is late January, February.
Right.
Then we have Gemini, which is late June. No, excuse me, late May to June.
My youngest son's a Gemini.
Okay. Because you said what? Gemini what? June what?
May 28th.
Okay, Gemini.
But
Yeah.
he said stepdad early was June 12th, I think. Right?
Or something like that. Yeah. So you got a lot of Geminis. Okay. So then
Those are all the water signs.
so it's like all those elements. Oh man. I know, see? That's why but
Need a whiteboard.
So you see how you like this?
Yeah.
This is why I see so I understand why people don't like it. Or people are like, this is too much shit. I don't even want to deal with it because it's too much shit.
It's hella
So it's
shit.
like it's hella shit. But a person like me, I'm like, oh, I gotta uncover all this shit.
I mean, you just got
feel me?
so much information. You have an answer for everything.
Literally, because that's why it's so fucking crazy to me. That's why I'm like, I love this shit. Because literally, what are you talking about? What is your question? I have an answer.
But that's
Literally.
why I would literally never listen to anybody that's not as well versed as.
And the thing
Lorraine
about it is,
in it.
I
Like,
am,
never.
but there are people who are way
more
better
in
than me.
I'm like,
it's
you
like,
and Danae know
whoa,
each other.
bro.
No, the fact that you and Danae know each other just really like.
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
look, this is me a new piece. How do you feel about the rocks in the cards?